Hello YouTube, welcome to Jerry's Shed again. I'm going to be doing this all on audio because basically I have some pictures to show you and visual of how I repaired the dead axle from the first video. We're going to start off with the first part of this, just taking it off the go-kart and everything. It's really just a matter of unbolting all the control arms, the upper and lower control arm, the tie rod end, and that's pretty much it. The only pain in the neck I thought was really just unscrewing the tie rod end, because the tie rod end is left-handed thread, so it's backwards to the way it's supposed to be. I don't know why they designed it that way, but nonetheless, that's pretty much what I had to deal with taking it off. It takes like 10-15 minutes, not even. So then the next part is me putting it in the vise, and you could see there I set it up so that I could drill it pretty much straight on. So what I attacked first, which I really didn't have to, but I wanted to just weaken it, was I first went after the bolt. What I mean by the bolt is I mean the actual head that's lodged inside of the actual bracket on the steering knuckle. So after weakening that and drilling it out to size, I then proceeded to just cut off the whole bracket, and there was basically no bolt left holding on to the knuckle, and it just popped off with a chisel. Then I found out that it was just welded, as you can see there, just with two little tack welds, which is, super sketchy in my book. But from there, I then kind of mocked up what I had in mind for the repair, and then I cleaned up the bolt itself and chopped off just the hex head and the smoother part of the bolt itself, the shoulder of it. And then I proceeded to create a small channel. By small, it was pretty big either way, but I put a groove of about 3/16 to, I would say 3/16 to 1/4 of an inch into the actual bolt itself. As you can see, that created a nice little channel for me to fill up with weld. And I did that numerous times. I did that, I believe, twice in the beginning. Then I cleaned it up, smoothed it out, because that shaft has to be perfectly smooth and centric to accept the bearings and carriers that are inside the not the axle, sorry, inside. From there, then I re-welded it, sanded it one more time just to be certain that it was actually strong enough, and then I cleaned up the tubing from the steering knuckle itself and the actual flange that I had cut off in the first place, and I was going to use that as like a structure point just for added measure. From there, then I basically welded it, but before I welded it, I actually created a small pocket inside of the tube. If you could see on this picture here, there's a small section of where the bolt is actually recessed into the actual tubing. I did that just for more residual strength, and it wasn't just flush to the top. It also gave me a better gap to weld to. When you weld something straight on, it's very likely for it to not actually penetrate, for the weld to not actually penetrate, on top of which it's a bolt. So bolts tend to have a very high heat tolerance. So I wanted as much heat transfer into both the bolt and the tube itself. In the next part of this video, you'll see how I assembled it, how I welded all the pieces in, and basically how everything sat in its rightful place. And this is the final product to it. Enjoy. So to give a little explanation, I'm going to preheat this piece of steel right here. It's going to smoke a lot because I have this grease actually inside of this part right here. This little lower control arm bolt thinger. Everything over. It's going to smoke a lot, so there you go. So just now starting to change color a lot. That's what I wanted. Raise the wire speed and lower the heat just a little bit. Oh, whoopsie. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually welding this bolt to the knuckle itself. That's the idea anyways. Just to re-strengthen it. What's catching fire is the grease inside of this. Safety first. Kind of see how that came out. Yeah, not terrible. She's straight. That's what I was wanting. So put this guy in here. Now this is my gusset. This is the original piece that I cut out of. This some love taps. Like that. Because I want to open and grab it better. I think that's pretty good. And I'll weld all around this. Perfect. Now all I'm welding in here is that. Should come out okay. There you go. Do the same thing on the other side. Way stronger. There you guys pretty much have it. thanks for watching this video. I hope this helped you guys maybe do something similar, or just build some confidence up in doing your own at-home fixes to your go-kart or to a friend's go-kart, whatever the case may be. Cheers.